Hey guys, this is a follow-up video to directed line segments. This video will be focusing on using an algebraic method versus just using the graph like we did in the previous video. So we're going to use the same question. I'm not going to reread it. You can go back to the first problem or pause the video to read it yourself. But let's keep in mind that the answer to this question is p negative 2 comma negative 3. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to write down the coordinate points of the endpoints that we're given. So A is negative 6, negative 5, and B is 4, comma 0. And the algebraic way that that we came up with has the following acronym: FSMA. And you can have this acronym mean anything you want to help you remember it, whatever's funny to you. But what it stands for mathematically is fraction, subtraction, multiplication, and addition. Okay, so the first step is getting the fraction from the ratio. Now, I do highly recommend you watch the previous video if you just stumble across this second video, because then you'll understand what this fraction is coming from. So we're given a ratio, a 2 to 3 ratio, which is really a part-to-part ratio. Now, what we want to do is get the whole of this ratio and pretty much turn it into a fraction. So in order to get the whole, we need to add the parts. So 2 plus 3 is going to give us 5. And our fraction, because, again, if you look at the other video, you'll see what I mean. We travel from left to right. So you want to use the left number of the ratio and put it over the whole to form that fraction. So our fraction is going to be 2/5. Okay, great. Now, step 2 is going to be the subtraction. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to label these coordinate points in order. Very important that you keep the left to right order as is, because you will definitely mess up. So the first coordinate point is x1, y1. Second coordinate point is x2, y2. And when you're subtracting, you're going to do the delta x, delta y, or the differences between the x coordinates and the y coordinates. So the first one is going to be delta x, or x2 minus x1, which is going to be 4 minus negative 6. Please keep in mind of that negative sign change, which is going to be 4 plus 6, which is going to be 10. And then you're going to do your delta y, y2 minus y1, equals 0 minus negative 5, which is 0 plus 5, which is 5. Okay, so far so good. Now you're going to go to number 3, which is the multiplication. This is where you take the fraction from the first part and multiply it with the values of the second part. So you're going to do the one for x, so it's going to be 10 times 2/5. Okay, 5 divides into 10 twice, 2 times 2 is 4, that's right here. Then it's going to be y, it's going to be 5 times 2/5. 5 divided into 5 once, 1 times 2 is just 2. Last but not least, you're going to do the addition. Now, very important note, you must add these values to the x and y coordinates of your first coordinate. So add only to first coordinate point that they give you, and the reason why we're doing that is because we travel from left to right on the graph. Okay, so our first coordinate point was negative 6 comma negative 5. You're going to add negative 6 with 4, so plus 4, and 2 with negative 5, plus 2. And then you see that point P is going to be negative 6 plus 4 is going to be negative 2. Negative 5 plus 2 is going to be negative 3, which is the exact answer we got when we used the graph. Alright, that's pretty much it. So feel free to rewatch both videos to get more of an understanding. Ask me questions in the comment section below. And of course, either method will definitely give you the correct answer. Alright guys, have a great day. Bye!